And next we'll hear from Victoria Tedesco with Wrestleview.com.
Hey, Paul, how are you?
Hey, Victoria, how are you?
I'm good, doing well. It's so great to talk to you again.
Yeah, great to talk to you.
So the NXT shows have developed such an incredible reputation. You talked about the international successes and all these other brands that are going along and how everything kind of interconnects. How do you ease the mind of the performers who feel the nerves knowing more eyes are on them due to the show's continuous success?
You don't. If you don't have nerves, if you don't have butterflies, if you don't have that feeling in the pit of your stomach that would make some people panic and freeze, then you don't care. You know, I want them to feel that. I want them to embrace that. I want them to look for that, and I want them to use that to give you the performance that they can. That can do one of two things. That feeling, those nerves, all of that can either paralyze you or inspire you to do great things. And I want them to use it to inspire them to do great things that they never thought they'd be able to do. And, you know, have faith in themselves and in what they've learned, right? It's a part of doing what they do. There are times at the Performance Center or in anything in this business where, you know, you're doing the same things over and over, and you think to yourself, like, oh, you know, like, am I doing this? It's driving me nuts. I've been doing this every day, and, you know, it feels like you've just been doing the same thing over and over and over again. And then you realize that when you get in that moment, it becomes instinctual. That the movements, the moments when a crowd reacts, you do the thing that needs to be done. When this happens, you're there. It becomes instinctual. And when you get out there, you might be nervous, you might have those butterflies, you might have all that, but when you get out there and you're trained and you're ready, you relax. Right? So it's the training. There's nothing that I'm going to tell them beforehand that is going to get them ready if they are not already ready, right? You have to be prepared. You have to do all the work ahead of time. The panic sets in when you're not prepared and you haven't done the work. And then there's nothing that you can do in that moment to get ready. You're either ready or you're not. And they are all ready. The talent that are on this card, I can look at it from top to bottom. The performers that are going to be there that night, every single one of them is ready. It's why they're in that spot. And I know that they're going to knock it out of the park. They need to have that nervousness and that excitement, but have the faith in themselves and the trust in themselves to know that they are about to do great things because they have trained for it and they are ready.
So, and I agree with you. I think that you honestly have prepared them very well for every single show. So on that note, and to follow up, you mentioned before about Fox Sports and, you know, the USA Network and all these different changes that are coming up. So if NXT is consistently on Fox, or if at all, how you talked about the administration side of it, like how you are all preparing on your end, but how do you prepare the talent for that? Or is it similar to what you mentioned before about if you're ready, you're ready? So with consistent TV.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a little bit of it is if you're ready, you're ready. And that goes for, it honestly sort of doesn't matter. You know, it's a funny thing that people say, like, well, this show's live, that show's not live. Yeah, but if you're counting on the show not being live, it's I always think of it to myself like the high wire guy, where they say, you know, like if you're walking on a high wire, if you have a net, you're going to fall. Because
right.
because you know the net is there and you can rely on it. If there's no net, you're not going to fall because you can't. And I think that's really the only difference with live TV. Sometimes it used to drive me nuts back when I was a performer that when SmackDown was a taped show, it used to drive me crazy that I would get there and I would feel like the energy was different from the talent, and that they weren't as jazzed up for the show, and they would kind of go out there and be like, yeah, but if we screwed up, we'll just do it again, and they'll edit it out or whatever. And like I would be like, guys, there's 10,000 people here or whatever. There's no second chance on this thing, and it's all live. So I think we've train these talent that no matter what the opportunity is, and I think you see that at these takeovers. These takeovers are live. The NXT shows are taped right now, but when you see them perform at either level, it's the same, right? So we have them prepared, whether it's live, whether it's taped, whether there's a lot of people or a few people, right? It's the same, and the training is there. So the confidence and the ability to do what they do at all times, that's what the Performance Center is there for. That's what their training is there for. That's why they have coaches like Sarah Amato and Shawn Michaels and Matt Bloom and all these people that are there teaching them what they've learned over 25-year careers or whatever that is, handing it down. It's all about being prepared.
Paul, thank you so much for talking to Wrestleview, and good luck on Saturday. I'm really looking forward to the show.
Thank you, Victoria. Hope I see you there.